And
Yeah.
it's crazy. I mean, what you put in your body is what's gonna come out.
Yeah, and Jerry, you know, it's so true. Like Doug, when we first met six or so years ago, he was up around 320 pounds. And I know he had a training session with you online the other day with your boxing program. And we'll put details up there about that. But Doug took on who he doesn't want to be. Like he said, I'm not going to be this person because I have autism, that I'm something different. So he gone from 320 pounds to just close on 200. I started him doing yoga. Look, I didn't teach yoga, I just to get a free program, start at baby steps. And now he's yogaing, riding a bike 12-mile, hiking, eating healthy. We're about to write a diet book. You can change anything. And like all these connections we have, how I met you 11 years ago, would we ever have thought that we'd be doing this now? Because when you mix with the people who want change and transformation, it might take a year, it might take 10, might take 15, but eventually you'll all come together somewhere. Like Adam, never met Adam in my life, and he's on here now. He's making a difference, and Bradley. So we definitely want to do more of these, because bullying is a truly horrendous problem. You know, I've got a friend in Melbourne who was going to come on with us, but he's not ready yet. His daughter took her own life. She's only 16. I think you've spoken to him, Jerry.
Yes, wonderful gentleman. Yes, and it's so unfortunate.
And it's hard, man. Like, he gets through days, and then all of a sudden he goes, I can't do it. And he's a tough guy. Like, he's strong. But when your daughter takes her own life in whatever age, you're losing your kids. But she was only 15, I think, and terrible. And it was because of bullying. Like, seriously, bullying. Like, I personally, this may sound really ignorant, because that didn't happen at school. If I got bullied, I took care of it. Like you, just took care of it. And I'm not saying that's the right way out of it, but sometimes you got to take care of it. You know, and when you and these kids nowadays, this power of the internet is destroying young minds. It's destroying anyone's mind who gets bullied on the internet, and there's not enough control over that. You know, not enough repercussions, not enough. You know, like you said, Jerry, you've got to be held accountable if you're going to start doing that to people.
Can I bring up a point very quick that I just want to make, and it's perfectly relevant? I'm saying this in response to what Jerry said about holding people accountable, and what Andy said about how sometimes it's very possible for even parents to bully people, you know? I just want to say for the record, when are grandparents going to grow a set and control their own house? We can't always count on the legal system to resolve everything. Sooner or later, I get that parents are sometimes, independent. I know they get independence from their grandparents, but there has to be a point where grandparents need to grow a set and say, that's my child. If they're going down a dark path, I'm going to help them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think the thing is, Doug, and what you say, you'll get it, and I'm sure Jerry will have something to add, is that it's a tough deal because people are so wound up in their own world and they don't actually see what's really going on. That's the thing. People don't actually really see what's happening to people who are being bullied until that person speaks up. And if they don't speak up, that's when the next step, which might be terrible, where they decide to take their own life or they run away. I don't know, but it's a hard situation. Jerry, what advice do you give to, say, Bradley and Doug and Adam when you're being bullied, like how to deal with that? Because that is such a hard question to answer.
Everybody's situation is different, but it all boils down to pretty much the same thing, is when you're secured with yourself and when you're in the moment, it's hard to let anything outside affect you. And if someone comes up to you and someone calls you a name and someone says you're this and you're that, and you just take a deep breath and you kind of maybe say a little silent prayer for this individual and just say, bless this person. They're going through hell right now. There are situations where someone bullies someone else. I had one of the kids that I work with from the boys club, and he called me up and says, can I talk to you? I'm really frustrated and I just need somebody to talk to. I said, yeah. He was so upset because he wants to be a police officer, and he saw this police officer and heard about him bullying these protesters. And I said, first off, and this is a situation with everyone that is being bullied. It's not right for anyone to exhibit bullying behavior on anyone. We know that. That's common sense. But when somebody is bullying you, you really don't know what their situation is like. I said, this cop, I said, first off, you don't know the whole situation because everything's hearsay. And I said, and if you don't know, he could have just lost his wife. His wife could have said, I want a divorce. He could have just went through, who knows? His kid could have we don't know. Everyone's got a backstory. We need to learn how to just work on ourselves, love ourselves, and just understand that anyone that says anything and does anything to us, it's not us, it's them. If anyone yells and cries and screams, it's like, son of a, it's like, man, I feel for that person. Oh, I say silent prayers when I do go out. I don't go out too much anymore. I stay in quite a lot. If I see
this crazy world.
Yeah, there was a guy on a bus that was like yelling at the bus driver, and he's like, "You were supposed to stop." He was bullying her, and I said, "Whoa, buddy, man, come on, chill." He goes, "I ain't talking to you." I said, "Ooh, you are now." I said, "Hey, guy, I said it's a beautiful day out. Beautiful day." I said, "Come on." He goes, "This is none of your business." I said, "Well, kind of is now. You're bullying this woman who's doing her job. Okay, you missed a stop. You just got to walk an extra block, buddy." He goes, and I said, "Hey, man, God loves you. God loves you." I said, "Have a nice day." And he didn't know what to do. My wife tells me all the time. She's told me for years, when we got on the bus, anyway, kill him with kindness. Kill him with kindness. And for the parents out there that are watching this, and I'm not telling you how to raise your child, raise your kids, but if you raise your voice at your son or daughter because they made a mistake, like spilled something or poured something, don't take it on them, because they're going to get that abusive, aggressive behavior from you. The kid knocks over, and I've seen parents do this, and I'm like, whoa. Friends of mine, I'm going, really? Do you think that was necessary, yelling? And I know I was probably not in my place, but I'm sorry. If I see an injustice, I don't care where I'm at, I have to say something. And that's why when I was on the bus and the guy was belittling and bullying the bus driver, I had to say something. But when for the parents out there, that if your child does something, spills something, or just know that when you and your husband are going at it and you're exhibiting that behavior, they're going to pick up on that. They're
100%.
Children are sponges.
Yeah, and that goes back to what I say about grandparents. Yeah,
exactly.
And the thing is, it's like, you're right. What we witness, we hang on to. And I know, and I'll get to Adam and Bradley in a sec. I know, Jerry, you told me years and years ago you went to the Magic Castle and this friend of yours was verbally being rude to the young lady behind the counter, and you told me exactly what you did. You just said, "Hey, dude, that's not right what you just did." And he's like, "Rah." And I don't think you actually spoke to him again for quite some time because he thought he was right.
Yeah, we didn't speak for maybe a year or two. And then after we spoke again, he said, he apologized, and he says, "You know what, man, you were right." And I said, "Dude, you're with me. Don't ever do that again." And I said, "You're without me. Don't ever do that again." Yeah. It's just, you look like a jerk. You look pathetic when you bully someone. It's just,
And especially, anyone doing their job. And, that's, I don't know why, I don't know what the answer, like you gave some examples, Jerry, of why people bully. I guess because they think they can get away with making fun of somebody. It's all funny, ha, but they don't actually realize what they're doing. Young girl, G. Cunningham, who we interviewed on Relentless, she's deaf. I think she's had, over the years, she's had implants. I could be wrong. I don't know if she's used hearing aid or it's slightly improved, but she said kids used to come up to her at school and go, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me?" Oh, man.
Karma.
Yeah.
I dare you to fix me.